Star Trek Insurrection is not the most beloved film in the series by a long shot. Personally, I think there's a lot to love here, but I'm not here to relitigate a 25-year-old Star Trek film. Not yet, anyway. I want to talk about 1 minute, 60 seconds of this movie, because it may be one of the best minutes ever put to film, and it's all because of LeVar Burton. As you would expect, Insurrection revolves around a planet that has natural healing properties for people, reversing the aging process. The Enterprise crew figures this out gradually, and it's mostly through fun moments. Picard dances the mambo, Worf goes through puberty, Riker and Troy get frisky. But for Geordi LaForge, it's a little different. Earlier, they mentioned that Geordi is having trouble with those ocular implants he got to replace his famous, if uncomfortable, visor. That's the setup. This is the scene. Picard, just after learning about the planet and its magic space rings, finds Geordi standing by himself.
As it turns out, there wasn't anything wrong with my implants at all. There was something right with my eyes.
Geordi's eyes are starting to heal. For the first time in his entire life, Geordi can see. I mean, he could see before with his visor and those implants, but what he sees isn't the same as what everybody else sees. You get all the information, but it's not the same experience. But now Geordi is seeing a sunrise for the first time, and he can barely hold it together. LeVar Burton gets a lot of credit, and rightly so, for the cultural importance of things like Reading Rainbow, Roots, and Star Trek. But in this instance, I want to take a moment to appreciate just what an incredible actor he is. In this moment, Geordi is giddy and emotionally overwhelmed and trying his very best to keep it together in front of Picard, who is his friend, but still his superior officer. And Jonathan Frakes, being a smart director, plays it all in a tight close-up. Geordi never loses his composure, but you can see the entire experience playing out on his face. The excitement of being able to see the world in the same way as everyone he knows for the very first time, and the resignation that it's probably temporary. The joy of this experience that had always been impossible for him, and the tragedy that it's probably the only time it would ever happen for him. You can feel the full impact of that. Credit where it's due. It's a beautifully written scene by Michael Piller, and the score by Jerry Goldsmith is, as you'd expect, immaculate. But it's really LeVar Burton that elevates this to my top scene in any Star Trek movie. This, by the way, is Geordi's entire arc in this movie. It fills 1 minute of a 103-minute film, but it is the story that I remember most from Insurrection. Oh, he does also do this.
Eject the core!
I just did.
Awesome.
It's a deeply human moment born of a sci-fi premise. And if that isn't Star Trek at its best, I don't know what is.